to go over them now. The Isosceles Triangle, named after the Greek mathematician that discovered it. The Isosceles Triangle looks as such. Please draw one. Two lines that are the same and then a line across the bottom. Put those there. This means they are the same length. If those are the same length, then these angles are always the same. All right? Everybody Gouda? Always. Does it matter if the triangle moves? No. Here is what I mean. Draw it sideways. Where are the same angles?
Two sides.
On the left or the right?
Yeah.
On the left. Here they are. Draw it upside down. Where are the same angles?
On the top.
At the top. Right? Now the last question is, this is 40. What does x equal? 70. Because x is 180 minus 40 divided by 2. Because they have to be the same.
So I have to write traffic.
Gouda? Questions? Excellent. Does it matter what shape the triangle takes? And here is what I mean. Don't draw this one. But would this be okay? It'll catch up. Would this be okay? Is that still isosceles?
Yeah.
Yes. Why? Because I put those symbols there to say they're the same. Even though it's tall and skinny, it's still the same. Yes, I am. Is that isosceles?
Yeah.
Yes, even though it's squished flat. Looks don't matter. If any two sides are the same, the angles attached to those sides are the same. Everybody cool? Awesome, possum. Let's move it along. So, I always like to define it right here. Two equal sides and two equal angles. Now, let's move on to our good friend equilateral. Equa, equal, lateral, side. So what does that mean? Three equal sides. And, of course, that also means three equal angles. And the only way they can be equal angles is if they are what value? What is the only value they can be? 60. Because there's three angles and 180 only divides by 3 in one way, to 60. Here is why it works. I'm going to draw three different colors. I don't think the colors work very well for you guys, but that's pretty good. If I tell you that those two are the same, then which angles are the same right now? the bottom two. So this guy is x and this guy's x, because they're the same, yeah? Now, if I then say these two are the same, then it's these two, yes? Oh, x, 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 same, 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 equilateral triangle. Got it? Always. So, if I show you this triangle, actually, that's fine, 7, 7, 7. How big are the angles? 60, 60, 60, because you know the sides have to be the same. Right? If I show you this triangle, how long is every side? What? What do x and y have to be? 5. Cool? Do looks matter? No. So let me ask you this. What if I draw you this? Are those sides all the same length? No, they're not. This side's way longer. Are those sides all the same length?
Well, yeah, not if you look at them, but yeah.
They are the same length, no matter what you think. Why? Because they have the symbols. Understand? That is an equilateral triangle, no matter what it looks like. Because, of course, we have to think about perspective, yes? If I lay a triangle down, in reality, on the piece of paper, it's going to look like this, isn't it? Right? Because it's leaning back. Like that drawing of a road, right? You know the road doesn't meet there, because you can keep driving. But if you look at it, the road disappears. Yeah? Excellent. I'm glad math is making you so happy you were dancing. Everybody okay with equilateral? Yeah? Yeah. Scaling. No equal sides, which means no equal angles, and no 90 degrees. So just draw one. But all triangle rules apply. So what do I mean by that? What are the triangle rules? No hypotenuse, because there's no 90 degree. But we did a bunch of triangle rules a few days ago.
What was it? 180?
Yes, angles are, what's the word that means they add up to 180? Starts with an S? Yes, angles are supplementary. And longest side is where? What's it across from?
The biggest angle.
Biggest angle. And all the rest of the rules, obviously. Short side across from short angle, middle side across from middle angle. Right? Cool? So, if I tell you this is 101, and this is 24, do you know the third angle?
Yeah.
How? What?
Because they're the same.
How do you know what x is?
It has to equal 180.
180 minus 125 will equal x, which is, of course, 55. Once you know that's 55, what's the longest side? Put an A by the longest side. Where is it?
In the middle.
Left, right, or bottom? Where's the A go? Bottom. What's the shortest side? Put a B by it.
Sides.
Left or right?
Left.
Left. And what's the middle side? Over there. Cool in the gang? Yeah? Alright. Now, there is a special kind of scalene triangle that we use all the time. It's the right triangle. It's scalene because the sides don't always have to be the same. But they can be. You can have an isosceles right triangle. A right triangle, which we have used many times in this class, has 190 degree. Doesn't matter where it is. Of course not. You can rotate that triangle all around. And this has all the rules. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Do I like that way of saying it?
No.
Why? Because I can put any letters I want on there and you guys don't bother to learn the math. What do I like to say? Leg 1 squared plus leg 2 squared equals hypotenuse squared. Where does the hypotenuse live? Across from the right angle. Now, isn't 90 the biggest angle?
No. What? Yeah.
Of course it is. And isn't the hypotenuse the biggest side?
Yeah.
So does that follow our rules about triangles? Yeah. So which of these angles would be smaller?
The 90.
Top one is the smaller one,
Is the
and this one is the larger. But they are both less than what? No, the angles. They're both less than 90. Everybody good? Any questions? Everything on this page we drew and discovered for ourselves 3 days ago, did we not? Excellent. So you should have no problem doing the next two puzzle sheets, yeah?
Yeah.
Great, go.
wait.
You should have two in there. It should be the definition decoder, and what do you get when? Now guys, I need to call your attention to these two constructions here. Do actual values matter? No. Okay? So we're going to do the very first one together to show you what I mean.
The whole thing?
No, just the first question. If the M stands for measure, if the measure of angle 1 is 50, then how big is angle 2? So I go up here, and I find angle 1, and it's 50. Right? Now you use that value to find angle 2. And then bets are off. You do it's going to be a different value with question 2. Do you understand? So if that's 50, what's 2? 40. Why, Karina? Because this has to be 90, because 90 and 90 is 180. This uses 40 of it, 50 of it, so this has to be 40. Do you understand? So now we would go down here, and 40 would get an H. Cool? One sec, Omar. Now, let's do one on the other side. We'll do N. If angle 8, so then you erase, right? If angle 8 is 78, right here, 78, and angle 9 is 60, Then how big is 10? Doesn't that make a triangle? So how do you find 10? 180 minus 78 minus 60. Okay?
And then you get.
And that is 102 minus 60 is 42 degrees.
Okay.
Yeah? So then 42 would get an N. Got it?
Got it.
And then we would erase it because that 8 being 78 and 9 being 60 only works for that question. Everybody cool?
Yeah.
Okay, go over to the definition decoder. Same thing, it's all just triangle work.
Yeah, but
I have a booger? What?
I forgot.
What?
I forgot.
Okay. Everybody okay? So you guys get to work. Tape. Does not look good. Oh, yeah, I got some hockey tape. I asked for them ages ago. Yes, I did.
See, so I did the smart thing. I'm like,
Oh! Guys, the surface area unit we just did was unit 6. We do a cumulative exam every 2 units, yeah? So after 1 and 2, after 3 and 4, then after 5 and 6. 5 and 6 were linear relations and measurement. So graphing and surface area. You're going to have a cumulative exam on that next week. Okay? What? I don't know. Not Monday. Expect it for Tuesday. If it happens Tuesday, you'll be ready for it. If it happens Wednesday, you'll still be ready for it because you were ready for it Tuesday. Okay? I will look at the calendar and make sure there is not some weird field trip or link leader, hold down, dance party thing. And then I will do the exam on whatever day I can squeeze that exam in. Okay? Okay. Now, guys, I'm going to be leaving at 2:15. Mr. Close will come up here. You know Mr. Close? He's only going to be here for the last 10 minutes. Okay? You should be able to get out of here with no math homework because these sheets are adding and subtracting, aren't they? At some point in your math life, you learned how to add and subtract. Go. Or what? You don't need a protractor for these sheets. You need a protractor for the last 3 sheets. All the angles are written on these sheets.
Did I any of the chapters here?
Oh, am I a dunderhead?
Yeah, what do you have to do?
Did I forget to do... Holy crap, I'm a moron. Good gravy, guys. Don't start your puzzle sheets yet. We got work to do. Holy Toledo. What a goof. So, we're here now. Turn the page over from the triangle notes. What a moron. Let's solve these. Okay. So I know 137, correct? So do I automatically know x and z and y?
yeah.
Yes. What's y? 137. We did that as an experiment because they were opposite to each other.
Oh, yeah.
Which then automatically tells me z, yes?
Yeah.
What is z?
Yeah.
180 minus 137. Now let's say you forgot this rule. Does knowing this rule get you that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? Picking up what I'm putting down?
They're talking.
I know they're talking, Omar. You don't think I have ears? What is my response to people who talk when I teach them? I either get angry or I let them fail, yeah? At the beginning of the year I get angry because you have a chance. At this time of the year, if you don't care by now, do you think I care? No. Those two talk all the time, constantly, and then they wonder why they don't get good grades. I've given up trying to talk to them about it. Just like there are people in here that don't show up ever. There are people in here that do nothing but play with their phones. When we have a course that is skipping class and playing with your phone, you guys will get A's. But until then, if you want to do well in math, you need to pay attention to math. I have already passed Math 9, haven't I? So what those two do is A, their business, and B, my business, but certainly none of your business, okay? Thank you. What does this mean?
So,
They are giving you that information because it's not on this chart, is it? Right now, if you don't read that, do you know anything about this thing?
no.
No. But once you read that, what do you get to do?
You gotta know that B is equal.
BC is the same as AC. Oh, okay. So I can put my lines on there. This is info for us. So now that I know they're the same, am I in business?
Yep.
As soon as I see those are the same, how big is X? 75. Why? Because it's an isosceles triangle once we get the same sides, yeah? Always gotta know your reasons. And what's y? What? 30. Why? Because triangles have to equal 180. 75 and 75 is 150. What's left over? 30. Cool in the gang? This is my favorite math, by the way, in case anyone cares. I know none of you do, but I love geometry.
I like triangle.
Oh my good gravy.
What? Triangle, a triangle, a triangle.
It's a triangle inside of a triangle inside of a triangle wrapped up in a triangle.
Zelda. It's Zelda.
So, what do I get to do with everything that is given to me?
Label.
I get to label that because that's true. So where is AE?
AE is
Right here. So AE is the same as ED. AE, ED. Oh, what did I just build?
I saw that.
An isosceles triangle.
Oh.
Cool?
Yeah.
All right. BDA, BDA is 90. So what do I get to put there?
90 degrees.
A 90-degree symbol. Now I got to figure out the rest. Does it matter what order I go in? No. I would start with angle X. Why?
Because it's the top. And X is the 20. Because it's 90.
Because 90 and 15, it's easy. How big is X? How do I find it?
You subtract 90 and 15 from 1 and 2.
Right. X equals 180 minus 90 minus 15, which is what? 75 degrees. Once you know it, what can you do over here?
What is that?
You can write it in, because it might be helpful later on.
Oh yeah,
Because
because...
now it's become given, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what would we do next? V. What do we know about V? It's the same as W, yeah?
Yeah, and you said he's...
Well, that doesn't help us because we still don't know W. But if I knew this angle, would I know V and W? Why? If I knew this angle here, why would I know V and W?
Oh, because
What did these tell us?
That they're the same, and then
These are the same.
Yeah.
And doesn't a triangle add to 180?
Yeah.
So if I knew this angle, I would know that these two were just what was left over divided by 2, correct? Do I know that angle?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's
No, it's not.
70. It's like
This angle is 70.
it's 55. Isn't it? Wait, no.
Oh.
It couldn't be 60 because it's an extra 10, so it has to be 55.
85.
55, right?
I'm going to pretend that we didn't
Oh.
do this a couple of days ago, like 7 times. How big is this angle? If only we hadn't done this whole sheet
Yeah.
that says angles on a line are supplementary.
Yeah.
So, do I know this angle?
Yeah.
Now, do I need to know that angle to answer the question? Yeah. But do I need to write it anywhere over here? No, because I only care about V. But I can't get V without this, can I?
I thought that was the
So I'm going to write that in. So now how many degrees are left over for V and W?
very cool.
How much? It's 35 because V has to be 180 minus 110 divided by 2, which is of course 35 degrees. So now I know V. So if I know V, do I know W? What is it?
Yeah, it's 35.
35. Well, what do I know about W and Z?
That is around something.
What does it have to equal? If this side is 9,
35, and then it's like, it's a right angle, so it's like equal 90.
yep, so Z has to be what?
It's 35,
90 minus 35 to get 55. And then finally, I need angle DEC. That whole angle, we know it's 70. Does it equal anything else?
Wait.
Oh, sorry. Name triangle DEC type.
Isn't that an equilateral? The three-sided one?
That's 70.
Yeah. 70, 70, 70.
70, 70, 70. So, I know that. They're just learning, Mr. Deweydoff. What is Z? 55. Right?
Yeah.
So I got 70 and I got 55. So can I find what this angle is? What is it? 55. Do I have two angles the same?
Yeah.
So what kind of triangle is DEC?
I got the answer right here.
Isosceles.
It's
Sorry, I forgot that, guys. What a dodo head. Oh, but I recorded it, so it's fine.